So in Genshin Impact we have two separated categories of characters. Some of them are 5 stars, while the others are 4 stars. Everyone knows that 5 stars are generally of course stronger than 4 stars. But what if I say that some of these characters don't even deserve to be 5 stars? Now this video might piss off some people, in fact not just a few but probably a lot of them. I will be judging those characters by strength in lore, and also of course, in meta in gameplay. And just so I don't waste any more of your time, let's get right into the video, shall we? At number 5 we have Liney. Now I personally don't have anything against Liney. I like this character. I would say that he has a pretty solid personality and overall pretty cool character, as he's a successful magician, not to mention he can also deal some very high pyro damage. However, he just actually gives me a 4-star vibes. First of all, he is somehow considered a 5-star by definition, despite being as somewhat powerful as his siblings who are both 4 stars. Second of all, he is on the same rating as Arlecchino, who is simply way stronger than someone like Liney, as she is his father, especially when the trio siblings still lost to her in battle against her. Third of all, this already makes both main DPS pyro characters from House of the Hearth a 5 stars. As I already mentioned, Liney is not on this list because of him being weak in gameplay or anything related to his personality or role that he plays as a magician, but it just seems odd to me that one of the children from House of the Hearth is 5 stars pyro main DPS. Exact same role as his father. It would just make more sense if Liney was a 4-star pyro main DPS, while his father a 5-star one. Now it is true that Aloy is not even from this game and is probably already forgotten, and I know that she is that one unique character from another world, like the Traveler. But unlike the Traveler, who is actually the main, yet very powerful character in lore and game, Aloy is simply a character that everyone got for free and is one of the worst, if not the worst character in meta. I think that I gave enough explanation on why Aloy is on this list. Number 3, Klee. Okay, now I love Klee and I know that people consider this little girl to be the most powerful knight in Mondstadt, but the only reason is because she blows everything up. In truth, Klee is just a child who could not survive without any explosions for a day, not to mention that she is like another Yanfei who is a 4-star. In the end, there is no actual real reason to pull for Klee unless you love her, as you have so many better pyro main DPS options, and I know that she got better with Furina and Cloud Retainer during Fontaine patches, but of course other pyro DPS options like Hu Tao and Diluc also got as well. Even for those who find Klee somewhat enjoyable to play, there are still better 5-star pyro main DPS characters that are easier to use and overall better anyway. Speaking of Klee, at number 2 we have Dehya. Ah yes, a strong fighter in the story who is known for being one of the weakest characters among the community. Dehya is a woman who is trying to fight. Like, imagine being a woman fighter. By the way, that was just a joke. Please don't take this personally, I respect the opposite gender. But seriously though, Dehya, despite being a strong fighter in lore, doesn't really feel like a 5-star, judging by her kit and abilities. The amount of pyro damage she can deal is not worth the 5-star. Even if she got better with characters like Neuvillette and Liney, there are still 4 stars who can bring more value than her, such as Xiangling or Toma. Not to mention that I have got no idea what Hoyoverse was thinking when designing her burst, because it legit has no use whatsoever. In the end, Hoyo could really just make her a bit more powerful and she would be great, but it is what it is, and Dehya is simply considered as a failed character. Now finally at number 1, Qiqi. Do I even need to explain this one? I don't consider Qiqi being that powerful in the story to begin with, as she is a zombie child with memory loss, and then even in gameplay she is a cryo healer, and that's about it. Qiqi is nowadays the worst character to get, as at least Dehya, who is now viable in certain team compositions, Qiqi even to this day simply doesn't fit into any decent team and is just some weak healer who doesn't really bring anything else to the team but healing. Either way, I don't think that you are surprised to see Qiqi in here. I mean, she is a 3-star in every possible way, as she is a weak child in lore working under Baizhu, and then even a healer who doesn't synergizes this well with Furina. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this rating. Is there anyone you would switch in this top 5 list and why? Not to mention, thanks for even clicking on this video. In other case, I will see you all in my next one.